Elfie. Do you remember me? Well, for the new people, I'm Elfie. I usually come on here for Vlogmas and help Sandie Mom do Vlogmas, but I decided to give you the answer of Sandie Mom's serendipitous moment. So here I sit. I know, I look like Christmas, but that's okay, because Christmas is usually filled with good things. I'm holding one of these little lights, and there's another one. Wish we could put one right here, but, we work with what we got. So if you didn't watch Sandie's Saturday video, you go watch that first, because then if you watch today's video, you won't quite understand it. So watch Saturday's, and I'm going to be looking at it after, and I hope somebody wrote down their serendipitous moment. I hope someone did. Sandie Mom works really, really hard on these videos, and you should see what she's working with. A cracked screen on her phone. If she has to write something, like when she writes the title and the hashtags and all that, millions of the same letter comes up when she's hitting on a letter, clicking on a letter. It's terrible. It takes her forever and a day because the phone got destroyed. But she keeps on, what's the word? There's a phrase. She keeps on ticking. No, she keeps on, I don't know, but she keeps on doing it no matter what to get to that magical subscriber number. So anyhow, I'm going to be here and I'm going to do this video for her. So like I said, watch Saturday's video, yesterday's video, to see what Sandie was talking about. And I hope I see at least one comment saying what your serendipitous moment was. And if you don't know what that word means, you better go watch it. Okay, well, you don't have to better. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but you know what I mean. You know. If you know, you know. I know. Do you know? So anyhow, I believe it was Friday. Friday was the day, I think, when this happened. So Sandie Mom was having a very rotten day. Horrible. But what else is new, right? That's why she all of a sudden got an idea. I like these little lights. Aren't they cute? Anyhow, everything was just bad, bad, bad. Adulting sometimes is not fun. So she was doing, the adulting kind of stuff. When you got a call about this or that, or about a bill, or about a problem, or, make an appointment, calling about medication that they promised it would be ready and it wasn't, and la-di-da-di-da. I'm glad I'm not an adult because I don't have to do adulting. So I get to be like a little kid. So here we go. So after a morning of, terrible, terrible, she had such an awful headache. And she didn't know she could get in her car still. She did find someone to plow it. She finally found someone to shovel only one time. And that's a whole nother story that maybe she'll tell you. Maybe she won't. It was very, very scary for me. I was very scared of the shoveling guy. He was so mean. I don't know why. What was his problem? But he was a very mean man. And it's not the usual mean man who's referred to on here. It's a stranger mean man. Scary. Scary, scary. But anyhow, so she had to deal with him and everything else. And after all that, then she had to go to her car and wonder if she can get in because her car's been frozen every day. I don't know how many days now, 9, 10, I don't know, I lost count. But anyhow, after all the stuff she had to deal with at home, she was so excited to get out of her house and go and finally go to the grocery store and get some things, because when you can't get out, you can't get out. I have never seen snow, that much snow, ever in my whole life. I know I'm just a kid, so that's not a long time, but still, it's so much snow, and it's so cold. So cold, it's 1 degree, and it feels like -8 with the wind chill. This is terrible, this cold weather. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. I make you dizzy. I'm sorry. So anyhow, she goes to the car, and as she's going, there was ice. There is ice under the snow, some more snow and more ice, and kerplunk! She slips right down into the snow with her leg kaput. Wet pants. Not fun at all. No. So it already is bad already, and she still doesn't know she could get into her car. She was trying to go into the car, so she got in, the front door open, but she wanted the back door open too, because she was going to go to the grocery store. So she says a little prayer and opens the door. It opened! Yay! Hip hip hooray! The door opened, which actually she thought that was a very good positive that happened. And she said, God is good. So she felt very blessed. So she went on her way. So as she was going on her way to the grocery store, which is just a stone throw away, what happens? She gets up to this corner area, and you just cross over where the corner area is. What I'm trying to tell you is where two streets meet. It's a corner. It's a intersection. Yay! That's the word. Yay! Did I tell you my name is Elfie? Elfie. I'm not scary. I'm your friend. So anyhow, as she's driving up the hill towards the intersection, she sees all these. It reminded me of things where people, when they're runners in school, they run and they have to jump over these things. Long story short was closed. The road was closed. Two big, very big roads that people travel all the time. So Sandie Mom thought, well, there it goes. Something good happening. There we go. Bad. But it's okay, because she had so much stress that day, whatever. So what does she do? She turns around like everyone else. There was a street, luckily, before. Otherwise, I don't know. I guess you'd have to make a U-turn, which if you're not at a light with an arrow to make it, you can't do it. But anyhow, she turned down the street and thought for sure she'll just go in the, I don't know, it's not like her track, but it's not the track of houses. So she thought, well, she'll just go there all the way down that road and get out, Nope, that didn't work. They should have a sign up there, entire road closed. So she turns around again in the street. It's like a residential area. Do you know what that means? Well, look it up. Sorry, I don't know how to explain it. I'm just a little kid. So she turns around in the street, and then she comes out, and to her right, I think, she still sees all that stuff. Just checking, maybe they were done by, some miracle. Nope. So she turns left. So she figures she's going to go way around the other way on the road, and maybe it's not all the way to another town. So she goes toward the next town, turns down this other road, and voila! She can turn down that road. So it wasn't all the way that direction. Well, it was a lot of way, but not all the way. So she's driving, and there's people behind her, because it became like, kind of like a circus. Or after the fireworks. I don't like that one. There's millions of cars when you're trying to get out of the fireworks. But that's what it was like, and she doesn't like that either. So they're kind of behind her and thinking, wow, she's a genius. She figured out, well, nothing yet, but she figured out how to get to that road. So we're driving along, and she is looking for another road. Yes, another road that she thought if she gets into there, she will get to the second street and see if she can get on it. Because you can't see that far because you're going up a hill, and she was still down at the bottom part of the hill, so she couldn't see how far the other the other street of the intersection, how far it was closed. So she's driving through this area where there is a bunch of nothing. The ice cream place that was there is gone. So that would have been a landmark to figure where you were. So we had no idea. Driving around. Yeah, sometimes I go with her in the car to keep her company. But anyhow, driving. And then she's thinking, should she take this right or should she go straight? Oh, she thought, let's take the right. She takes the right. Guess what? Nope. There, you couldn't even get out of that area to even check to see if you can get on that road. So turns around, so does all the other ones. All the other cars, they're thinking, well, this lady, well, maybe she doesn't know where she's going, but they still follow her because there's no choice. You have to either turn around, get out of there, or try that road that goes straight. So she went that way. And then it's just, I can't even explain it. There used to be I don't know. Everything's gone. After that year, everything's gone. So it's just ridiculous. So anyhow, she just kept driving and hoping there was just a road that goes one way, not where you have to keep looking and trying roads. And do you go to the right, the left, or the right, or the left? I don't know. We take a video which is right and left because I don't know. Sometimes it goes this and this and you know what I mean. So anyhow, long story short, she finally got out to the area of, oh yeah, she went around the back way of the grocery store. And she had the main thing, she had to get her medicine. So she was at a point like, oh, forget it, I'm just going to grab some milk and eggs and get my medicine, and that was it. But then she thought, no, because what if it snows more? And then she's stuck in her house again. So no, she thought she'll just go and brave it, hoping there weren't a million people in the store because we've all been kind of in our houses. They closed down even people's works on, I believe it was Monday and Tuesday, so it was a big mess. So anyhow, she goes to the store. She's already exhausted because this little 5-minute trip now has turned into an hour trip just to get 5 minutes away. But you gotta do what you gotta do, you know what I mean? That's what you gotta do. So anyhow, she's in the store, and look, I'm even telling the story long. Because I said, Sandie Mom, I'll tell the story. I'll just be shorter because she talks a long time. And so she says, why don't you do it, Elfie? You can probably be quicker than me. But as I see, I'm as long-winded as Sandie Mom. So I think what we'll have to do is wait till Monday. I'm so sorry. She promised you to tell her serendipitous moment, but this is going to be long since nobody said if they want the videos long or short. She doesn't know. So I'm going to play it on the safe side. I'm just going to take matters in my own hands because I'm doing the video done by Elfie. And I'm making the, what's that word? I'm making the judgment. No, I'm making the decision, but there's another term. Do you know what it is? I'm executive. I'm making an executive, not an order. What is it? I'm making an executive decision. So I decide that you will find out what was I talking about? Oh yeah, what the serendipitous moment is. This way, if you haven't yet, wrote down your serendipitous moment, or you haven't answered a question. If you want a longer show, how many minutes video would you like? I'll give you another day. Yes, an executive decision. I have made it, and that is that. Okay. So then Monday you shall find out, and hopefully by then let me think a minute here. Oh yes, Saturday or Sunday's vlog, which means yesterday's are the one I'm doing right here. You guys will write down how many minutes do you like the videos to be, and you will write down your serendipitous moment. How about that? Let's try it. Yeah. I'm so excited. Oh my God. Wouldn't it be cool if I asked you guys to do it and you did it? Because Elfie, because pretty little tiny story on Monday of her serendipitous moment, and it made her cry. Of course, y'all know that, because happy things make Sandie Mom cry. Do they make you cry? Uh-oh, another question. So thank you for watching me. I had a lot of fun. I like to do this. I should start my own channel. I don't know. Would anyone watch me? I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. But for now, thanks for watching. Be kind to people. It's very good to be kind. Pay it forward if you can. And be the reason somebody smiles today. Okay? Look at, I'm smiling. I'm happy, happy, happy. Happy, happy, happy. Are you happy? Don't get mad. I just don't want this to be too long. I'm thinking of you. Just like Sandie Mom is always thinking of others. Why does she do that? She never thinks of herself. I don't know. I don't know how to make this do. I don't know. I don't know how to do that. That's okay. I'm just a little kid elf. Okay? Thank you for watching, and I think she always gives you all hugs. And give someone else a hug too, okay? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to write down your serendipitous moment, okay? Is that the right way to say it? I don't know. I hope